in my own industry, the hospitality industry, we couldn't open the doors in the morning in the hotels and restaurants of America without continued immigration. That's always been true of the hospitality industry. Our union was founded in 1891 at a convention which had 2 African Americans, uncommon in unions of that day. We were proud of that, and 29 other delegates from the countries of the sources of immigration of that day, from different parts of Europe for the most part. It's always been the nature of our industry, but as one of the people in the earlier panel said, there are lots of things you couldn't do in America without continued immigration. Look at health care. Anybody been to a hospital lately? Who are the doctors? Who are the nurses? Who clean the floors? Anybody been, as the doctor said, into a biomed lab, which is the driving force of the economics of most major American universities and hospital teaching centers today? You literally couldn't open them up without immigrants. So I think we ought not, and you can go on down the line in most industries, I think we ought not chop this up into, well, let's try to get a little something extra for the high-skilled people. Let's try to get a little something extra for the agricultural people. We ought to tackle this as a nation. As a Democrat, I revel in the phenomenon that Mark was talking about earlier, the political phenomenon. As an American, I find it appalling and frightening. As a Democrat, I think it's great because, somebody mentioned Prop 187 in California in the earlier panel. Well, if you look at California politics, California was a swing state, if not a Republican state, before that.
That's right.
The Republicans and Governor Wilson were the drivers of Prop 187. It passed. The courts nullified most of it. And what happened? California turned blue. And it turned blue substantially because of the awakening in the immigrant community in that state that Prop 187 caused. Now, you can think that's good or that's bad. As a Democrat, I think it's great. And I think that
so much for President Pete Wilson, right?
Well, absolutely. I think the know-nothing elements in our political system today, the majority, though not all of which, are in Mark's party, and Mark isn't one of them, clearly. They're on the verge of accomplishing the same thing nationally. So as a Democrat, I'm thrilled. 10 years from now, if the know-nothings continue, Democrats will be in great shape. But as an American, I think it's appalling